I think the second thing that kind of comes to mind during this trip for me is just less is more. I intentionally brought just a lighter kit, and it was almost refreshing making peace with the decision that I knew I wasn't going to be sending up the drone just because I wanted to get everything with just kind of eye level perspective with the camera. I feel like I had more time to compose my vertical panos and just kind of scout out the composition a lot more. When you're rushing and just overwhelmed with the amount of, I just need to get everything from every angle, that's where you really lose a lot of intentionality behind your shots. If you take the approach of, I need to get as much as possible, as quickly as possible, you run the risk of just losing a lot of intentionality behind your shots. If you give yourself a little bit of time back and arrive at a location knowing that you're gonna set yourself some limitations, that's gonna give you, I feel, just a lot more breathing room to get creative, to look for that specific leading line that you were looking for, to wait for the light, to scout out the reflective part of a composition like this. But during that time, actually, this part of the lake, it wasn't calm. There was some wind passing over it, which was giving it a lot of ripples, and so the reflection wasn't coming through, and I wouldn't have seen it had I been flying my drone and trying to get as much as possible. And if you give yourself constraints and if you give yourself creative boundaries, I think that generally leads to just more intentionality behind the process and possibly a better product at the end of it.